Okay, sorry about that. We got cut off there. It talks about cognitive fusion, and basically that is where you buy into what your mind presents to you. This is a huge part of depersonalization. A lot of people believe what they're feeling. They feel like they're gonna die, so they believe they are gonna die. They feel like they're going crazy, so they believe that's the truth. And it all basically comes back to the idea that these feelings are just caused by an imbalance of chemicals in the brain, and they're not the truth. And we're not going crazy, we aren't crazy, we aren't gonna die. It talks about rumination and worrying, and rumination, the definition of it basically is the process where cows, when they eat grass, they'll swallow it and then bring it back up to chew it again. And that's kind of what we do with our thoughts. We just keep going over and over the thoughts in our heads, and it goes in to talk about how you need to look at your pattern of basically obsessing over how you feel, how bad your situation is, how you're never going to get better, what your life used to be like, and how it's not that way anymore, and all the things that you can't do. And you need to decide if doing all of that has helped you. And I'm gonna guess in 100% of the cases that it doesn't help, and it's a behavior that you have to learn to stop. It talks about experiential avoidance. That's anything you do to avoid or escape unpleasant feelings. That's a huge one for people. People with depersonalization tend to isolate themselves. Their life becomes very, very limited, and they believe that's the only way that they can exist. And that comes to the next thing they talk about, which is narrow behavioral repertoire. And we basically forget what our goals are in life and what we value and what we see to be important, and we live as a slave to the personalization. And it just talks about how we can break those cycles. I've only got to the part where it just explains the concept of it. I'm about to read the part where it explains how to put it into practice, but I highly recommend everybody buys this book.